Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You found the Olsons. Not quite gone again. So we are back from a ride over the weekend, and we're not real bad, not real bunny, but it does need to be cleaned. So, fortunately, the trails that we were on this weekend, a lot of sand, a lot of roads, and just a little bit of mud, which you'll be able to see in a previous video of the trails in Adams County. But we're in the shop, and today we want to talk about pressure washer soap. And we've been using, I used the Extreme Chemical Guys Extreme Body Wash plus Wax. I like this product, does a great job, goes through the foam gun great. I like the wax part of it. The only thing is, on our street cars, everything's fine, it does a pretty good job. But it doesn't do a great job with trail dust and trail dirt, in my opinion. Now, we've been using the superatv.com Monster of the South Money Shot Wash and Wax. That product, I'm not super impressed with across the board. We used it a bunch. I don't think I've used it at all this year. I know that I have not used it on the 950 at all. I mean, we try to keep our machines looking pretty good, at least ready to go out and get dirty. I like the Chemical Guys. I'm not super on the Super ATV. So when we were riding a few weeks ago in all of the water and the mud, we were discussing soaps when we got back, and I've seen this Slick Products super concentrated off-road wash, and the guys we were riding with said that that's what they use and have had great success with. So we're going to give that a try. And then I also ordered the Chemical Guys Tough Mudder Truck Wash Off-Road ATV Heavy Duty Soap. And along with that, I ordered their Cannon, so that I'm going to use the Chemical Guys soap cannon with their product and the Slick product. We're going to do one half of the 950 in one, the other half in another with the other product, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. My concern with both the Tough Mudder and the super concentrated off-road wash is neither of them have a wax built in. Now the off-road wash does have a variation, the Slick products, that has a wax in it. And if we see we have good results with the wash only, I probably will be getting the wash and wax because I'm curious. I do believe that if you put a wax down on your machine, whether it's a side-by-side four-wheeler Ranger, whatever it happens to be, I think if you put wax down, you're going to get a better cleaning the next time. I don't think the mud doesn't stick to it as well. So, full disclaimer, that's the product that we used last time we washed that. That would also be the product that we used on the 600 the last time we washed it. I think it does a great job. Now, just as a side note, what we also have been doing is taking some of this particular ceramic 3-in-1 wax, and we'll wipe down the areas that are fairly easy to get to, just to put a little extra protection I don't know if it's worth the time and effort, but we do. I like the little extra shine on it anyways. So yeah, let's get some Tough Mudder in the chemical guy's cannon first, and we'll wet down the whole unit, and then we'll put the Tough Mudder on the driver side, and we'll put the super concentrated off-road wash by Slick Products on the passenger side. And like I showed, each side is pretty comparable front to back, so we'll see what happens. Not going to put a ton in, but that should be great plenty to soak down to one side. And I always go max and a pretty kind of in the middle with it. So let's go get the machine rinsed down, and we'll get to work. So we're using a 2300 psi 1.2 gallon per minute electric pressure washer. We've used this for probably about 4 or 5 years now. I do have both hot water and cold water hooked up to it. Today we're going to be using the hot water as hot as our instantaneous boiler will produce. I think it does the best job cleaning these units. If you have the opportunity to use hot water, definitely do that. Alright, so we have it all sprayed off, and I try to take a good amount of time and just spray it with good hard blasted water. Now there's some spots back in there in the engine and differential and transmission that I didn't get. I don't get too concerned, but I try to get the majority off. But as you can see now, we have a water softener. We have an iron out filter, and we have relatively soft water. But as you can see, as that dries, that dirt and muck and grime does not come off. I mean, I sprayed that under there pretty good, and it's still kind of nasty. So I didn't do too good a job in the back here. But what we'll do is now we'll put some soap on it, and I'm gonna start by not brushing and see what it whoops, what it looks like when we don't brush it. So this is going to be the Tough Mudder by Chemical Guys. We'll see what that does on this side. Does have a pleasant citrusy smell. Foams up pretty good. I left this side the best I could without any soap on it. I think I shot both tires. They look pretty good. Reacts. I'll rinse that out, but I'm not going to get it super clean. It's soap. And, well, if mixing the two together does a good job, I guess that's what we'll do. I'll try to get the majority of it out. I'll squirt some on the ground, maybe on the cooler and the toolbox before I put some on the other side, just to try to be just the super concentrated off-road wash. All right, so as you can see, we only shot it with soap and power washed it off. So it's still dripping wet. Obviously don't have all the soap kind of washed off in some spots, but we're going to see what this looks like. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm just kind of curious. Is it going to be cleaner on this side or this side? The driver's side or the passenger side? And I don't know, with everything wet, they look pretty close. But again, super concentrated off-road wash. Chemical Guys, Tough Mudder. What is the head-to-head, I guess? See which one works better. And honestly, if I was doing this the way we normally would, I would have had the brush out, brushed it all down. I just want to see what it's going to do with just the power washer. Like I said before, 2300 PSI, 1.2 gallon. Ryobi from, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago with hot water. We'll see. We'll let it dry. Alright, I got most of it out. Just some suds. Most of the water's out. Now we'll take the Slick Products Super Concentrate Off-Road Wash. Now remember, both of these are only wash, no wax. Woo. Get out of there. And I only got a quart. They do sell it in gallons for sure, I seen. So we'll see. Most of the soap is out of the draw tube. And like I said, we do have hot water. All right, I got it all cleaned out. I shot the cooler and the toolbox. Now we'll put it on the passenger side and see what this is. Well, I've left it dry about 15 minutes out here in the little bit of sun, some shade, and a little bit of breeze. I don't know. I would almost have to say that this passenger side does look a little bit better. You know, and the water spots are still pretty prevalent on the hood. But I think all in all, it's not horrible. I think the next step I'm going to take, and I'm going to blast it down again with the Chemical Guys Extreme Wash and Wax, and rub it down a little bit with a brush, and that'll get it to the stage I want. But I think if you were just a good quick clean on some somewhat tough mud, I think that that Extreme Concentrate Off-Road Wash by Slick Products I think that does a good job. And like I mentioned earlier, I think that also comes in a wax, a wash and wax, and I think I might be grabbing some of that as well. I'm going to run a blast of this over and rubber down a little bit, and yeah, then this should be clean and ready to go to the next round. This gun doesn't foam very good. Doesn't foam as good as the Chemical Guys does. All right. So now, wash and wax, the extreme wash and wax from Chemical Guys. Brushed down, rinsed off. Yes, it's still wet. We'll give it a few minutes to dry, and then we'll show the final results after the second washing, I guess. Well, I think so this has been setting for about 3 weeks. Slippery mud. And then it has cheese trail and Black River dust, mud, and sediment on it. So we're going to use the Super Concentrate off-road wash. How do you describe the smell of this?
It's like a wannabe apple.
Wannabe apple?
That's not
I
apple.
thought it smelled like a laundromat.
No. It wants to be apple, but it's not apple.
What do you think of the Chemical Guy soap cannon?
I like it better than the other one.
I think it does a good job. I think we need to put a screw in that brush.
Harbor Freight.
Yes. will put my 2 cents in on this soap debate. At least for the two that we started out with. The Chemical Guys Tough Mudder Truck Wash Off-Road ATV Heavy Duty Soap. We use that on this side. We use the Slick Products Super Concentrate Off-Road Wash on this side. And then we showed the results, not brushing, not scrubbing, not doing anything. I think they were very close, but I think that the Slick Products came out ahead. But I still wasn't real satisfied. So I went back and I washed the whole thing with Extreme body washing wax to get to the stage that we're at here. I like that. I think I want to get some of that Slick Products heavy duty, super concentrated heavy duty wash and wax. I would like to see what that does and do a rub down. But you know, I actually, if you look kind of in the sun, it's hard to see, but I think even with the wax, the second wash, I think this side is cleaner. So I'm gonna have to vote for the Super Concentrate Heavy Duty Off-Road Wash from Slick Products. That was recommended to us from the group we rode with a few weeks back up in Black River, and all the mud and the water and the rain and that stuff. Yeah, pretty happy with that. And if I can get that with the wax, which I'm going to place an order for shortly, and see how that works, and I'll scrub it down. We're also going to use the Chemical Guys. I still like most of their products, do a fabulous job. All their products do a great job. It's just, you know, we're very, very close. I think the 500 needs a bath next, and I already loaded up the Slick Products for that. So we'll go on to that next. But right now I'm pretty happy, and I'll probably take a little bit of the that ceramic 3-in-1 and wipe down, especially these the glossier areas. I usually hit the doors and the front, and it just kind of helps to keep a little bit, makes it clean a little easier. So yeah, we'll get the 500 out next, and we'll do a wash on that.